Okay guys, so you just watched video 5, talking about a coordinate plane and all those definitions. If you didn't get all the vocab, you should definitely look at my example, the link I had for the answer key on video 5. But now we're going to be writing the ordered pairs that represent these points in this coordinate plane down here. So let me kind of move my screen a little bit. We're looking at point F, which is located right here. And so first, all of our points are x, then y. So we look how far over it goes on x. Well, it goes back 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes to -4 and then up 1, 2. So the location is -4, 2. Then G here, it stays on the 0. It doesn't go anywhere on x. So it stays at 0 and goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes up to 4. So that point is 0, 4. Looking at H, we always go over on the x first. So it goes over to 4 and then up 1. So that would be 4, 1. Okay, then I is down here. So again, we look how far it jumps on the x, and that's 2, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was +2, and it went down 4. So that's -4. And then J is over here, so that goes on the x, -1, -2, -3, -4, then down 1, 2, 3, so -3. Okay, so now with these next set of questions for 11 through 15, we are going to be plotting the ordered pair ourselves, and then we have to name the quadrants. So before I even start plotting points, I'm going to label my quadrants. So here, I'm going to different color. This right here is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and we use Roman numerals like the guy in the Math Antics video said. 3, and then quadrant 4. So I can put in parentheses, that's 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so now we're going to plot the point K, which is at -3, 5. So again, we start on our x, we go back 1, 2, 3, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we kind of put a dot where they cross, and then we label it with the K, since this is point K. And then looking at what quadrant that's in, well, it's over here, so it's in quadrant 2. Okay, point L goes -3, 1, 2, 3, and it stays at 0. So we put it right on that x-axis, label it L. Okay, now this technically isn't in a quadrant. If it's on the x or the y-axis, you just tell us that it's on the x-axis, right here on that x-axis there. Okay, next one, number 13, M is at 2, 5, so 1, 2, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is point M, and that is in quadrant 1. Okay, N is at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 2, so we kind of find where -2 is, right here, and we label that point N, and that is in quadrant 4 here. Okay, and then our last question here, number 15, point P is at -2, -4, and that's point P, and that is in quadrant 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just an extra question. Let's say we had a point Y, and let's say that point was at 0, 3. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3. That would be here. I'm going to ask you, what quadrant would this point be on? It wouldn't be on a quadrant. This is on the y-axis. Just like this point L is on the x-axis. This is located on the y. Okay, so moving along. Now we're going to use this graph paper to draw our own coordinate plane and plot and label the given points. So the first thing we need to do is draw our axes. Let's draw our axes. Draw x and y axes. So I'm going to kind of go in the middle here. Just draw a line with arrows at the end, so I signal that it goes on forever in both directions. Okay, this is going to be my X. I'm going to label it X. And then going up and down vertically, I need to draw a line. And this is Y. Okay, so where they cross, you guys should already know this definition. In the middle here, that's the origin. So that's 0, 0. We don't necessarily need to put a dot, but I just wanted to show you that. Now, the second thing is we need to label our axes. So labeling that, we need to put our little dashes, tell us that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is -1, -2, -3, -4. And then going up and down, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. We can even label these on the side 5 if we wanted to, but we don't have to. Great, so now you're going to plot these given points, A through H, on your own coordinate plane. Okay, so the first one, A is 4, 1, so over 4. Remembering that it's X first, then Y. So we go over on the X 4, up 1. This is point A, labeling with a dot and the letter. Okay, then point B is 0, nothing on the X, up 1. So that's point B. And then point C is -2, +5, -2, and then up to 5. So even though I didn't label that that's 5, I know it. It's a number line. That's still 5. So that is point C. And then D is -3, stays at 0, stays on the x-axis. That's point D. E is 3, -2, so +3. And then down 1, 2, down 2, so right here. That is point E. Okay, point F is 1, -2. And point G is -4, -1, 2, 3. Goodness. That's point G. And then H is at 0, 0, so that is at the origin. So let's go back and let's write which quadrant these points are in. So remembering this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3. Yes, ma'am, doing it right now.
Thank you.
And quadrant 4. Okay, so point A is in quadrant 1. Point B, right here, that is on the y-axis. Point C is in quadrant 2. D is on the x-axis. I can know that right away by knowing there's a 0 in my ordered pair. E is in quadrant 4. F is in quadrant 4 also. G over here in quadrant 3. And H is not on the x-axis and on the y-axis, but it's 0, 0, and we already know from our vocab that that is at the origin. That's where it's located. Okay, guys, you should now do the practice and check your answers when you're done with my answer key.